It's flashing, people. It's your boy Scott Stockton. I'm with Elmer T&K Photo. We out here. My man's is getting in a new garage door. This is how you know his business is. This is how you know his business is successful. When you got garage door money, you live it. But we start that by saying he might have to jump off.
Yeah, so I was telling Scott I might have to run off abruptly because they've been saying, you know how it always goes with contractors. We'll be there at this time to this time, then it'll be this time to that time, and then they're always late. So we've been waiting, and they should be here in the next like half hour, but you know how that goes. So we may have a long time.
I love when they give you that window. Like we're gonna swing by from like sometime between 10 and 4.
Yeah, so this entire time I'm gonna sit in the front on a lawn chair waiting for you guys, like the UPS man.
Yeah, I had to wait money out because otherwise he. And you know what? I wish he didn't show up because that lens was
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah, pretty much. Should have just taken it back. No,
Get that out of
Scott,
here.
let me ask you a quick question. I have the washer and dryer going. You don't hear it, do you? I was going to ask
Um,
you, but then you surprised me with getting started. So everybody, welcome back to the Flashing People podcast. Um,
I wanted to just get started because you and I talk some really good nonsense, and sometimes it doesn't get recorded. So
let's get straight to it.
fuck it.
Yeah,
Let's get into it. We don't even have a topic. Do we have a topic today? I wrote down a few.
I was a couple of beers deep yesterday. I wrote down some stuff last night. Let me see. Okay, yeah. This was good. So one question that we get constantly for the longer you do photography, the longer your circle gets. Gotta hydrate. So one question that we get all the time is, what camera should I get? And the reason I'm mentioning this is because you bamboozled someone into buying Canon gear. So would you like to elaborate?
Why'd you use the word bamboozle?
Oh, did I? It must have slipped.
So, I bamboozled two people into getting Canon gear here recently. My girl Katie Parker, Parker Portraits. Shout out to you. She hooked me up with. You're gonna see a lot of this when we go to Yosemite. Let me show you this now. And I'm doing a YouTube. I'm doing a YouTube video on this. This thing is called the Mantis Pod. Now, what's special about this guy for vlogging purposes, as I get off topic here,
Hmm.
and I did bamboozle people getting cameras. This thing, it just looks like an ordinary tripod, right?
Hmm.
Not the case. There's a hook that pops out. So if you're trying to vlog somewhere and you need your hands free and you don't know how to like set something up really quick, because it's got that hook and you got this base here, you can, if you find just like a ledge or the edge of a table or a rock or anything like that, and you can set up and move this guy around and you can vlog anywhere. So we're going to get into this because we're going to Yosemite. Your boy's piggybacking with Elmer. He's got a proposal, but we're vlogging the whole time. Um, but she sent me this, so I bamboozled her into getting an R6 Mark II, which cost set her back $3,000, and this set me back $60. Fair trade. And then Harry, shout out Harry, money went in and dropped a lot of money yesterday on an R6 Mark II and the RF 85 1.2, which is $3,000 by itself. Worth every penny.
I mean, no, but that goes into like what I was saying is like a lot of the times we'll get hit up and ask like, what camera should I get? For me, if you're doing it professionally, it's a lot easier for me to give you advice because it's like, okay, I know what you do, I know the type of work that you do, and I know what you're going to use this for. So it's a lot easier to give you some advice. When it's more of a generic, like maybe like a family, they're asking me, okay, what camera should we get to take nicer photos? I hate seeing people waste money. So to me, like telling you to go and buy, a 70 to 200 with, an A7 Mark or A7 IV or whatever, it's like, are you really going to get the most out of this camera? Or are you really just overspending to get the best camera, but it's not really going to be used to its full purposes? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It always depends on like, what's your purpose? What are you getting the camera for? If you're professional, then you got to go full frame. And but also, if you're professional and you shoot Sony in particular, you should be getting everything Tamron.
Yes,
You
I
should be
agree
getting
with that.
everything. It's a third sometimes. It's a half the price of anything Sony G Master, sometimes a third. And they have stuff that you just can't get. There's no Sony 35 to 150,
Yep.
which you and I have both dubbed the ultimate
And I
lens.
know we've beaten that into the ground, that subject about the 35 to 150, but it is the ultimate lens. And then even like, if you wanted to pick up like a wider lens or something like that, like the options that you get from third party lenses now or companies, it to me it just doesn't make sense getting Sony G Master equipment unless you're made out of money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have zero expenses, you need like a tax write off, and you want that, go for it. But beyond that, like, nobody's going to be able to tell the difference in quality. So why are you going to be spending double or triple the amount on gear that, as long as you don't beat the crap out of it, it's going to last you your career pretty much.
Yeah, and you know what I wrote? So I wrote down on this notepad over here. I just put Tamron because you and me, Tamron's been taking care of the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Tamron's been taking care of the kids. Now listen, we have an in with Tamron. Why? Because we're nice with the cameras. All right, you can't just ring up Tamron and be like, "Yo, I need some free lenses." You got to be nice with it first. All right,
Nice
so
with the,
we check that.
if I may interject, nice with the camera, and also people can sniff a taker from a mile away. So somebody that just wants to take and take and take and take and not give any value in return, you know they get hit up by motherfuckers all the time that are like that. That they just want free shit. To me, you give me something for free and I'm gonna work my ass off for the next few years to give you something in return. What can I do for you? Is it a YouTube video? Is it a blog post that's written content, which we have both on our website? Is it more content, more photos? Like, what can I do for you because you're hooking us up with gear?
Yeah, you guys are looking at the faces of Tamron right now, because we're probably both going to be Tamron ambassadors by the end of the year. But you're bringing up a lot of good points here, Daddy, as you always do. Don't ask for shit from a company. Tell them, hey, I want to provide you with all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give you value. We use your lenses. We love everything you're doing. How can I give you more value? And if you approach situations like that, hell, in any relationship, let alone professional photographers dealing with a lens manufacturer, like you're going to get opportunities and joy out of that situation because you're coming with an attitude to serve.
Mm-hmm.
It's not how can I take from you. You're like, how can I give to you? Like
Yeah.
what you got new lenses like in this situation with you. Tamron has that 20 to 40, which we both have talked before about it being like a really good vlogging lens.
Mm-hmm.
20 is enough for vlogging. You can zoom in a little bit, but we're gonna they're gonna send that to you, and we're going to Yosemite, and we'll vlog the entire damn trip using that lens. And
Yeah, and then also,
yeah,
I told them to get some landscapes. I think it'll be a nice lens to have as well. It's basically vlogging and then something that's nice glass that you can use for decent landscapes. So, I'm really really excited to see what we do with that. That's gonna be in a couple of weeks, and you decided to
weeks.
fly into LAX, you animal.
I know. Only because like it didn't look like Spirit was coming to Long Beach. Oh, like
Have it.
you know how I am with my plane tickets. Now these cocksuckers at Spirit, they were fucking with your boy because they showed a round trip ticket to LAX for under 200, and I got excited.
Mhm.
I added to cart and I booked it. And then these motherfuckers for a carry-on. Let me for me to bring a carry-on there and back is more expensive than the actual ticket to fly there and back.
You're kidding.
Dude, it was like $75 a carry-on.
Each way.
Yes.
So, oh, all right. So we're gonna do the math.
150.
So we're talking about 150 additional to the 200. So we're at 350 now.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then then it was like an additional 100 to check a bag, so I had to do
So we're at
that.
450, or is it 100 each way? No, it should be 100 in total, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so 450.
So So I didn't really get a deal at
So you
all.
could have ended up flying into Long Beach, which I may add is over the hill from where I live. So it would have been a 4 minute drive. I think I could play a song, and by the time I get there, it's still playing. It's the same song. Or we can go to
You know,
LAX, which is a pain in the ass, as you're going to find out real soon.
I'm gonna Uber. I'm gonna Uber from
No, I'm not
LAX
going to
to
do that to you. It's the middle of the day. I'm completely fine with it. I'm
It's
just
actually
busting your
lunchtime.
chops.
You know, we should go out to that day. We should head out to Venice Beach and go have tacos at that place we had before. That was some good damn tacos. Remember that?
I think I know where it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm down with that. Yeah, we'll go grab lunch. But anyway, I don't think
It
people
was.
want to hear us talking like hens over here. Let's talk about what else do we have to talk about? What else do we have?
We got to talk about Chick Fil A.
Oh, one thing that I wanted to mention. I didn't even tell you. I'm throwing curveballs at you. This one should be good. Attire for weddings, like what to wear as a photographer when you go to work.
You're not gonna like my take on this, but keep going.
You know, I'm gonna let you go first. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna put this out here now. Elmer will come dressed to the nines. I think, and you can stop me. I feel like your philosophy is you want to at least dress as good as a guest.
I would
Would
say
you agree with that?
not overdressed. So like I don't want people to think that I dress in a sense that I'm trying to be like a show off or something like that, or that I'm caring more about that than working. You know what I'm saying? Because I have seen people like that. I just wear a suit. So like I wear, different color suits. I have, like a few of them, and then like a white shirt and then a tie with a tie clip. Like everything is, fits properly. Because I do feel like your appearance is very important. I do think it's not everything, but when you walk into a room and you look the part, like you're here to get shit done. You know what I mean? There's a difference between that. And I've mentioned this before, man. There was one videographer once that showed up. And it was hot as shit that day. I understand that. But here we are. I'm wearing a maroon suit with a white shirt with a tie and all this and dress shoes. And my guy shows up cloth shorts, raggedy
Right.
sneakers, and like some like t-shirt basic. And I'm just like, bro, like you don't have to dress to the nines. I understand it's hot. Like you, if you want to dress down a little bit. But if that was my videographer, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? Like, did you not get the memo? You're at a wedding?
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna like my take on this one. So
Go on.
East Coast or West Coast. So being in the
Fuck
South,
that.
the
No, no, no,
humidity.
no. You're not going to bring the coast because I learned that from the East Coast. Because people on the West
No,
Coast, they
no,
don't
no.
dress like that. They'll dress more relaxed. So that I learned from New
I'm,
York. Go ahead.
I'm talking about the humidity
Mm-hmm. Go on.
because your boy has sweat off pounds. So I dress more for comfort. Also, I'd be climbing trees. Your boy been in water. Like I do the dumbest shit. Now, it's okay, I'm fishing for excuses. I see your
Because
face.
you
We're gonna keep.
you see me doing cartwheels and all that shit in what I'm wearing. Well, you can still do it, man. I personally find say, and that's dope. You can wear that to a wedding. I'd be Scott Wynn, yeah. He wears what's it called, Jordans and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, that's good. He wore pandas last time. Like, you pull that off. I'm cool with that, but it has to
Yeah.
be within reason. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'm not wearing Hawaiian shirts. I wear all black. Any wedding I shoot, it's all
What
black.
what
So black pants, black collared shirt, and then I'll switch it up with the shoes. Like that's my only little way to kind of like add some flair to
Now,
it.
what
But
about that one time that you had the brilliant idea of wearing suede, was it pants or what was it?
it was
Velvet,
velvet.
velvet pants on a southern hot day.
Bam. They they it looked like I shit my pants, pissed my pants, diarrhea in my pants, somehow threw up in my pants. The water prints that were formed around my pants, it was outrageous. People were I had people coming up to me and they were like, "Are you okay?" Like people I've never seen. Like this girl like just comes up. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm great." But why? And eventually, like enough people came up and said, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "What's going on?" And they were like, "Well, there's just stains. Like there's damp areas all over your pants. Are they letting you go to the bathroom here?" And I'm like, "Shorty, that's sweat. These are velvet pants. These are." velvet pants. How dare you? And also, I wore those velvet pants at a wedding in St. Augustine. Big mistake. In Florida, big mistake. There was there was a level of green with these velvet pants, right? I want to say like a nice little jewel, maybe like a little nice little green gem. They were a bit bright.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, we're talking about forest evergreens. They were the green had changed. It was like I was wearing like pants that change colors in heat. It was Tristan was there, and we talked about her on the last pod. She was like, "You can't do this again. You gotta retire these velvet pants."
You really know how
So
to paint a picture.
I retired them. No more
Yeah,
velvet.
so all right, so velvet is a no. Everybody who is a photographer, don't wear velvet to your wedding.
But the streets loved it. The streets loved it.
Maybe we bring those back
But
for other purposes. Maybe not for work. Oh, wait. We started this all incorrect. Scott,
47.
you're getting close to that
Your boy
50
did.
right there. I'm sorry?
I did 5 miles a day nonstop. Nonstop.
What's nonstop? I'm sorry?
I did a 5 mile run today nonstop.
Dude, that's impressive. All kidding aside, that's really good.
It's my year. The people cannot fuck with me this year
You goddamn right.
and the next year because, listen, as our boy David Goggins is going to tell you, hard times don't last, but you know what does? Hard people, bruh. Hey,
Well, nah, man. At the end, like I really commend like you saying, "Fuck this, this is enough," and just going out there and doing it. You know what I mean? Because it takes effort. It's not easy, and
Yes,
maintaining is a little bit easier. Once you get to your goal, maintaining it doesn't take a shit ton of effort, and that's the beautiful thing is doing all the hard work now, so then you can kind of you don't have to keep going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go work out, it's a good 30 to 45 minutes, and then I'm good. You don't have to be there for 3 hours.
so what has changed for me, and this can go out for anybody that's listening to this that might be in a dark place and you think shit is fucked up for you and you've hit rock bottom. You can turn it around, and I think you need to start with physical fitness because through this journey of mine with your boy became like a crazy alcoholic. We know that. And I'm blessed to have you and Angelique and great friends in my corner because when I do dumb shit, you guys will sit me down and be like, "You can't do this. What are you doing?" I have good friends. I have the best friends. I'm grateful and so very thankful for y'all because y'all tell me how it is, and that's you don't have good friends if they're not telling you how it is.
Hmm.
But what I've learned through this journey of kind of bouncing back is the mind is a tricky thing, and you can be down on yourself, and if you go down like a really dark rabbit hole, your mind will just continue to hurt you and keep you in some kind of prison. But what I've learned is that if you get out there and you start doing physical fitness and you start getting your body healthy physically, the mind comes along with it. You're going to feel better. You're going to get that vitamin D. You're going to, even if you're just walking, because I ran 5 miles today, but like months ago, I couldn't even string together 1 mile. And so it started with walking. And then the more you're out in nature and you get vitamin D, sun, air, fresh air, and your body's moving, you start losing weight, you start feeling better, your mind gets better. And that's where it started. It all started with like a fitness, man, and just like the physical health and the mind will follow. So I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah, and that's why like I try to work out every day because it puts you in the right mind frame. Because when stressful situations pop up, which they're like constantly, especially running your own business, it's not just going out there and taking pretty photos. That's the shit that we post. The real work is emails, it's customer service, it's answering things at an efficient time frame. It's also dealing with any problems that they may have. That is the real important difference between a successful business and a non-successful business, is being able to take care of those situations when they pop up. because anybody that runs a business is going to have issues. You don't run, like I forgot what the exact saying was or something like that, but like, someone like McDonald's, not everything is always going to run perfectly, but it's a scale thing. The more numbers you have, the more you're going to have amazing things and the more you're going to have, negative things that you're going to have to work with. And you can't be so weak in your mind that these few little negative things are going to throw you off for the rest of the year. So like I always say, I actually posted a video about it, how to deal with difficult clients. You're out of 100 clients, you're going to have one that's going to be difficult. It's just a numbers game. And when they come about, you deal with them as quickly as you can and get them the fuck out the door as quickly as you can. The thing with me, and I said this in the video, is that if you were a difficult client, you would never know it as far as how I'm replying to you, because I'm going to kill you with kindness and get you out the door. And if you're an amazing client, I'm going to kill you with kindness and get your things out in an efficient manner anyway. So there's not going to be a difference. I'm not going to stress out because you're stressed out.
Yeah, I like that. When you get that email that says, "Hey, can you delete this?" or "Why is it?" address it quickly and get it the fuck out.
Exactly. Yep. Because then
That
it's off your back.
negativity. Yeah, because if it's somebody that's unhappy, that shit's going to fester and it's just going to go downhill in a bad way fast.
Mm-hmm.
Get those cocksuckers out the door.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, listen, and the thing with me is I try to look at things from both sides. Like sometimes, if we get a complaint, I go, yeah, you're completely right. I apologize about that. Let me see what we can do. Because there are times like you have to remove your ego and go, if I were complaining about that situation, how would I want that person to react to me? And when you look at things like that, it's a very simple way to deal with things. I go, oh, you know what?
When I come back, I say, "Eat dick." I'm not doing that.
There's always that approach too.
Yeah, it's not the best approach out
um, Let me see. Oh,
Wait a
here's
minute.
one thing that I wanted to bring up, Scott. I haven't played with it yet. I don't know if you have, so maybe we'll save this for another one, but let's mention it. For those photographers listening, Lightroom just came out with an AI-based noise reduction. Have you heard about this?
No.
So obviously everything is AI now, because that's what's going to take over the world and kill us, according to the movies. So Lightroom just came out with something that's a lot more advanced with noise reduction. And in case you guys don't know what noise is, for non-photographers, when you take a photo in a very low light situation, you're basically pushing your camera to its extreme. So it's going to give you a little bit of like graininess in the photo. Back in the film days, it was grain. Now with digital, it's noise. And sometimes it looks okay. It's not terrible, but sometimes it can get real ugly. So it's like putting sand over the photo, basically. And then what that's the look that it has. And what this AI thing does is it cleans it up a lot better, allegedly. But this is also, like version 1, of this technology. So I'm sure it's going to get better and better and better. From the quick video that I saw, basically it makes it look a little too cartoonish at times. So I'm going to play with it a little bit more and then maybe we can discuss it. I just wanted to see if you knew anything about it.
So it's already out. You can download like a new.
It's if you upgrade Lightroom to the newest update or whatever, it'll automatically have it on there.
So like it will apply it so that you don't have to touch the luminance panel, or
so it won't apply it automatically. This is a drawback. If you do use it, it will create a DNG file. So it'll create an extra file. So that's kind of a pain in the ass. I wouldn't use it for every single photo. I would use it for like more of like the stylized photos that we do. So if it creates multiple files, I don't have, duplicates of like 300 photos. I just have duplicates of like 5 photos of like the bangers, as we call them.
slapping.
You're damn right. So we'll talk about that a little bit more maybe later after we play with it. But I just wanted to mention that because it is in the news, the photography news.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. Because you have Topaz. I had used their stuff before. They have a denoise app.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever used it. Which the whole noise, the battle between noise. I'm actually very intrigued by what you just said. I would love. I want to test this out to see, because a lot of these other apps and software that deals with noise, like it makes everything too cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
Like the skin starts to look fake. Like if somebody's going to be able to find a way to get rid of noise but retain the detail on people, which they should get to a point like that, because Lightroom right now is really good at isolating a subject as a layer.
Mm-hmm.
I've been using that a lot. So I don't see why they can't,
It's just a matter.
if they can detect
It's
objects.
a matter of time. Like I said, this is the first iteration of this technology. So the more and more and more they play with it and they perfect it, it's going to get better. So right now, I mean, for me, I don't really go crazy with noise reduction. I feel like sometimes a little bit of noise, a little bit of grain, it looks fine. I don't see the detriment in it. And you're only going to see it if you're printing out a huge, enormous print. If you're printing out like even like an 8 by 10, like this right here, like that photo of Tank, I shot it, I think, at like 6400 ISO or something like 3200 ISO with a camera in 2011, so or 2012. So that's older technology, and it still looks clean. And that's an 8 by 10 inch print.
And sometimes a little noise and grain actually looks okay on the photo. Like if it's late at night and it's like a sparkler exit or something like that, and you crank the ISO up a little bit, like it can give a nice feel. So like
Almost
I'm
like
not overly against it.
almost like a film look, as long as it's more grain and not so much color noise. Because once you start introducing color noise and you start seeing like magenta and stuff like that, then it gets real crazy. But you would have to push your camera like to hell in order for that to happen. So yeah, I mean, it's something to look into. We'll play with it, I think, and then maybe we can discuss it later. But I'm not too concerned with noise reduction, especially because it creates a different file.
Yeah, color noise can get fucked. But I will say this: because the sweet boys, the good boys, are heading off to Yosemite. It's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a road trip. We're vlogging the whole thing. You motherfuckers need to hit us in the comments and let us know the type of shit that you want us to vlog. Now, the last time I said I was vlogging,
Huh?
I didn't vlog 1 minute.
Mm.
The infamous Vegas trip.
Yes.
Yeah? Didn't vlog a fucking thing. This, though, we're vlogging because Tamron is sending us 2 lenses to vlog and have some fun like some good sweet boys. And that's what we're going to do. And Elmer might be asleep and I'll be vlogging, hovering right over him and just kind of, making sure he's got good drink. So if anything y'all want us to vlog, hit us up. We're definitely going to be hitting up some restaurants and doing some food reviews.
And we'll probably do like Instagram lives since we'll be in the car together on the way with the Flashing People podcast Instagram. What happens?
You know what we're going
Uh-huh.
to do? So I'm going to bring my DJI wireless mics.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're driving, they're magnetic. We'll put one on you, one on me, and then with the Tamron 20 to 40, because that's what we're going to vlog this on. We'll pin that in, so we're going to have clean audio all throughout.
And I think that should work.
And
Does that work with the phone also, or does it not have the adapter for the iPhone?
no, this works with everything. So it comes with. That's why I love this thing. So it comes with like the charging case. It comes with different adapters
Mm-hmm.
for different. So that is your USB C, but it's also got. I'll get this damn thing out of here. It's also got the iPhone
Oh, okay,
switch
yeah.
as well.
So yeah, we can use that for if we do like a live on the way.
Oh yeah.
One thing that I was going to mention for that proposal. So I'm not going to say names. I mean, they're probably not listening, but we're shooting a proposal there. I mean, we have a broad audience, so um,
Could you imagine?
so what's going to happen is, or at least what happened is, the groom or a previous groom called me and he goes, hey Elmer, I have a friend who's proposing to his girlfriend in Yosemite. Would you be down to join us out there? And I'm like, hell yeah! I've never been to Yosemite, so it'll be a fun trip. But then I spoke with him who's doing the proposal, and I go, wait a minute. I'm like, were you at your boy's wedding? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I was the one with the beard. I'm like, was she there? And he goes, yeah. And I go, you do know she might recognize me because there was only one or two photographers and there was a shitload of guests, so they were looking at us a lot of the time. So I'm like, okay, if that happens, I'm like, this is how we're gonna play it, because the way that they want to do it is they're gonna meet us up at the rock at the top. It's about a 2 mile hike, and then they're gonna be there with their family, and then they're
We're gonna be hiking, huh?
bring comfortable sneakers. Yes, I was going to tell you all this off air, but I guess now you know. So it's about a 2 mile hike. they're going to get to the top with the family, and he's going to ask me, hey, would you mind taking a photo, with the family, right here? I'm like, yeah, of course. And I'll be taking their photo, and then I'm going to go, you know what? Since you asked me to take a photo, why don't I take one of you and your girlfriend? All right, cool. I'm going to have them, go to the side.
She don't recognize you, dog.
This is what I said to him. I go, if he, or rather, if she recognizes me and goes, wait a minute, didn't you shoot wedding? I go, that's your cue. That's when you propose. Cause I'm not lying. I'm like, if I make up some shit, she's going to know at that point, pull the parachute. This is the emergency, emergency zip cord. You're just going to, that's your cue to propose. So I'm like, that's how we're going to do it. Cause that's the only option we have.
Well, we could do a role. We could do a swapsy role reversal. I could be out there. She don't know me from Adam.
That's what
Hand me the camera. Maybe nearby shooting from a distance or something.
I mentioned that to him too. And, that's also an option because I said, Scott is going to be coming with me. Maybe I can have him for that. And then we'll take you to do a session together after that. So that's also an option. You know what? People, leave a comment below. Let us know what option do you think is better. I have a feeling they're going to lean more towards that, but let's see.
Yeah, because as we always do, we're going to be there early.
An hour early. I told them if we're doing it at 6, I'm like, we'll be there at 5. Like we don't mess around with this.
And we'll scout shit out. So maybe we'll just play it by ear. Like if there's a place that you can, I'm down for whatever. Like if they need me to do that, I'd love to. Your boy loves a role in a movie. I'd love to play a part in it. And if you're able to hide in like a bush with your 35 to 150, and they hand me that camera, one thing you can bet on, you animals out there in podcast land, the boys are going to be cooking.
I mean, it
doesn't matter who has the camera in their hands, the boys are going to be cooking.
Dude, I'm excited. I think it's going to be great because we're going to leave. And actually, I forgot to tell you, we're leaving on the 9th because we switched some things around. It's going to be on the 10th, the proposal, and we'll come back on the 11th. So we're going to leave on the 9th. We should get there before sunset because we'll leave early. So we can go and shoot at sunset, get some cool landscapes and stuff like that. Maybe wrestle a bear or something like that. And then we'll go to the hotel. And then the next day we'll explore a little bit again. And then maybe go for a jog or something like this. We're athletic boys. And then, and then we'll do the hike. We'll go up to the top. And I mean, the 2 mile, that's not bad. I'd be down to jog that in the morning just to go check it out.
2 miles. Yeah. I could walk on my hands for 2 miles right now.
All right. So we're going to vlog that. You walking on your hands.
Okay, I spoke out of turn. No, your boy can't walk on his hands for 2 miles. Probably not 20 feet. Dude, we're gonna have so much fun. Is Mulan coming up there with us?
Mulan is unfortunately not coming with us. No, it'll just be me and you. You'll have to settle for me.
You know what? We need to have a night when you, me, and Sergio were in Jersey, and your boy was talking about Cinderella all night, half asleep. Remember that?
I remember.
We're gonna catch you in a deep sleep like that.
All right, we're gonna see what comes out.
Listen, we're talking about sober Scott right here, so like, I'm gonna be up while you sleeping. I might just be hovering over you, walking.
All right, well, everybody stay tuned. We'll see what nonsense comes out.
Yeah, and you motherfuckers also need to stay tuned because your boy got a call today from the Lord's Chicken.
I didn't know.
Jesus hit me up.
I didn't know about this. Go on.
Yeah, our girl Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
She called me, casting director for Chick-fil-A, and she said, "Listen, the streets need you."
You've been summoned.
She said, "Is it exactly what she said?" She said that there's a new Chick-fil-A commercial coming out or whatever. She said, "I sent Chick-fil-A old videos of the first time I spoke to you." And she says, "They won't stop talking about you." She said, "They emailed back and like, can we get Scott?" And she said she wrote them and she's like, "Well, he's shooting a wedding that day." This is how much they want the boy. I'm flying out to Seattle that day. They said that they would fly me to Atlanta, shoot, and then they would pay for my ticket to Seattle from Atlanta. Hey, things are on the up.
Mm-hmm.
Things are on the up and up for the boy. This is what I'm telling you pussies out there. Get your physical health going. Trying to tell you, Get your physical health in line, and then you could be doing commercials with the Lord's Chicken. It's that simple. Also, Chick-fil-A, don't watch this podcast because your boy's commercials.
Don't watch it until after the bag has been
That's what
collected.
you. Ooh, and we were talking about Greece. She was saying, she's Grecian, so she's out that way. She was saying, she's like, what do I have to do to get you and Elmer to come to Greece to do a photo shoot? And I was like, pay for the ticket.
I mean, yeah, I'm down. Yeah, of course.
Cover costs, and the boys are there.
100%.
So that might be something we can flirt with, but we still haven't settled on where we're traveling.
I'm leaning towards
Costa Rica, and
I'm leaning towards Greece, to be honest, because we were looking at the Amalfi Coast, right? Amalfi Coast, okay.
Yeah.
Greece and Costa Rica. And Costa Rica, we kind of, after we looked at some YouTube videos, we kind of lost steam with that. It didn't look as enticing as it originally did. And then when we looked at the Amalfi Coast, that looked pretty good, but it looked a little too touristy, a little too like dense. You know what I mean? And then we looked at Greece, and Greece looked like the best one out of all of them. So you know what? Leave a comment below, guys. Out of those three, which one? If you guys have been there, that would be, a nice, insightful comment.
We'll do this, man, because the beauty about Greece is all the islands, right?
See, I don't even know about any of the islands.
You don't?
Like, I know of like Mykonos, right? Like, I'll look at that, and people post on Instagram all the time. Like, I'll look at those type of things, but I don't know. Like, about it since you've been.
Well, when I went, it was on my parents' dime, and I was a kid, so like I didn't really understand what the fuck I was doing. But we do have Lauren, and she would be giddy as shit to write us out. Because back when I used to talk with her a few years ago, like she would go out on these trips, and like you can take these ferries just from island to island. And as we were talking about the other day, the Airbnb stay out there isn't expensive.
Yeah.
The biggest cost of flight to Greece. I mean, once you get past that, like you can go to all the islands. You can go to the bigger cities and the bigger island. I just think we just put together a little plan, and if it's you, me, Monkey, Mulan, definitely Mulan.
Well, tell Lauren the dates that we're looking at, because we already have the dates set. It's just a matter of the destination where we want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
You know who's going to be angry about?
What was that?
You know who's going to be angry about this?
Who?
Joanna.
Your mom?
If she finds out that we're going to Greece and Shorty didn't get an invite, she's going to be so big mad. Like it's going to be.
And not only that, you're making her take care of the kids.
Greece. That would ruin the trip. You can't bring old heads out to a young head trip. You can't do it.
And she might.
And I'm going to let her know that.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing a lot of walking. I don't think she wants to join in on all that.
I'll leave her some Ovaltine and some oatmeal, and like, you be good here for just watching Daisy. It's going to be all good. We'll send you some photos.
All right. Well, I think this is a decent amount for the podcast, dude. I don't want to like run out abruptly, but this is a nice little 40-minute, length of time. I think it's a good amount of time. We'll save some more for Monday.
He got to run out because Money just got a new garage door. And they want to test it going up and down a lot.
I can't fucking wait. This is the most middle-aged excitement I've ever had in my life. The goddamn door that we have right now, just for the people, if you can see it, it's those stupid garage doors that don't have the bend. So when they go up, they don't go like this. It goes out. So we always have to park like 5 feet out of the fucking driveway in order for the door to go up. And we have long cars. So like we're out almost into the sidewalk, and we look like a bunch of dickheads, but it's not our fault because it won't, you know what I mean? Like you can't put it up to the front.
They got long cars and they got long money. That's how you get that garage door.
I wish.
Okay, so we'll end on this though. when we should try to head out. How far away is Venice Beach? Because that taco place with that soup that they had, that was really good.
No, that'll work out.
Is that not
Mhm.
far out?
That'll work out nice because we'll go. I'll pick you up at LAX, and then Venice Beach is right next to it. So we'll get lunch on the way back, and then we'll head back to the house.
Because that little soup, like what was that? Like they had that soup that like you could dip the taco, whatever that was amazing.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember, but I do. I'm fairly certain I remember where it was because I remember where we parked. So
Yeah, we parked in a weird spot, but it was literally right off of. Remember when I got when they hustled me for that tank top, $200 tank top?
yeah, stay away from. If you guys visit California, if you don't live here, stay away from Venice Beach. There's really, I mean, it's fine, but there's just so many motherfuckers out there just trying to hustle you. It's just not a fun experience. You know what? Don't even come to
You know
California.
what?
Fuck this place. I don't like California anymore.
For the video, for some content when we post this new episode, I'm gonna find that video when I was doing when I was swinging around on those remember those chains or whatever that was at the gym there.
Yeah, Venice. We went to Muscle Beach. You know what?
Muscle
We got to
Beach.
do an update this time that you come around.
I like that.
And on that note,
All right, babies, we love y'all. Stay tuned to us. Y'all have to stay tuned to us because the boys are cooking.
yeah, and
Tamron and Bass, they're cooking.
we'll post another one on what Monday night, Tuesday morning, right?
Yeah, if you don't cancel it again.
Me cancel.
All right,
Yeah.
babies. We'll see you guys. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.